Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
We've got a real buzzworthy story for you today, folks, and it's all about the Broadway community coming together to stand up against Patti LuPone's latest comments that have been making waves across the theater scene. So, for those who may not be aware, Patti LuPone, a Tony-winning actress, recently made some viral comments disparaging her fellow actresses, including Audra McDonald and Keishia Lewis. Now, these aren't just any comments, they've been described as deeply inappropriate and racially microaggressive by many in the industry. But what's even more surprising is that over 500 artists have signed an open letter reprimanding LuPone for her remarks, including big names like Wendell Pierce, Courtney Love, and James Monroe Iglehart. And it's not just about LuPone, the letter also calls out the broader issues of bullying, harassment, and microaggressions that people in the industry have endured for far too long. Now, we know Patti LuPone might think she was just having a little fun with her comments, but the reality is that these words had a real impact on Lewis and McDonald, who are both highly respected artists in their own right. And it's not just about them, it's about the values of collaboration, equity, and mutual respect that our theater community claims to uphold. Behind the Buzz wants to shine a light on this story because it highlights the importance of treating each other with kindness and respect, especially when we're talking about people who are passionate about creating art. And that's exactly what's happening here. People are standing up for themselves and for their colleagues, saying no more to bullying and harassment in the industry. So, let's take a closer look at what's going on behind the scenes of this story. Behind the Buzz has got the latest scoop on Patti LuPone's comments, from her viral interviews with The New Yorker to the open letter signed by over 500 artists. And we're also going to break down what it means for the Broadway community and how they're working to create a more inclusive and supportive environment. But before we dive in, let's take a look at some of the reactions to LuPone's comments from her fellow actors. Behind the Buzz has got all the juicy details on this story, including the responses from Audra McDonald and Keishia Lewis themselves. So, stay tuned for that. And finally, Behind the Buzz wants to end by saying that this is a story about more than just Patti LuPone. It's about the power of community and standing up for what we believe in. It's about treating each other with kindness and respect, even when we disagree. And that's something we can all get behind.